So the data we loaded from profit.com through API access actually looks very strange. I mean, in terms of the structure of the table, okay, you can see there's just one row. So here's the currency, US dollar, and here's a quarterly report for the third quarter of 85, and that's recording the total revenue, okay? And here, this cell is recording the cost of revenue for that same quarter, okay? So if you roll this table over, you'll find each item, each cell basically recording a particular item, for example, the total revenue for a particular quarter, okay? If you go all the way back, even further, there's not just quarterly report, there's also annual report, yearly, okay? So basically, this cell, which is empty, okay, this is null, but that's an empty cell, which is recording the net income after taxes for the annual report that's ending in September 93. Okay. So basically, that's a kind of a strange structure of this table, and we want to do some transformation to make it more reader friendly. Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to the very beginning. I'm going to, instead of having the headers here, I'm going to actually lower them. Okay, I'm going to make those headers as the first row. Okay. So you remember in the transform tab, there's a button called use first row as headers, okay? But from the drop-down list, you can do the opposite actually, okay? You can do use headers as the first row, okay? So I'll do that, and you will see why, okay? Just in a few minutes, you will see why I do that. So once I click that, the headers is going to be lowered to become the first row, okay? And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to transpose this table. So now you have like a very long row, okay, many columns on just two rows here, okay, which actually makes it difficult to see the structure of the table. So I'm going to transpose it. I'm going to make the columns being rows and the rows becoming the columns, okay. So to do a transpose, again, transform, here's a button transpose, okay, click on that one. Now the table was transposed. Previously, those two here are the rows, okay? Now they become columns, all right? And each row actually was originally the columns, okay? The reason, again, you can see this table much more clearly, okay? You can roll down easily and see the structure. And it also helps to do further transformation, okay? So I'm going to get rid of the first row, basically. I don't need them. Okay, I know this is a US company and the currency must be USD. So I'm going to remove the first row. Okay, so to do that, you can go to Home and here, Remove Rows. Okay, click the drop-down menu. You can click Remove Top Rows. Then here's going to be a dialog box. Okay, ask you how many rows to remove from the top. So I'm going to remove the only one row from the top. So I'm having this number being 1. Okay, and I'll click OK. All right, the first row is being removed.